The statewide prisoner hunger strike began 11 days ago as a protest over solitary confinement conditions. And now more than 2,300 inmates are refusing to eat.
My name is Matthew Cooke, and this is Surviving Solitary Confinement. Solitary confinement is like a prison within a prison. You're in a 6 by 9 foot cell. Everything's made of concrete, including the bed. You're locked in there for 23 hours a day. You're allowed 1 hour for recreation. You can be put in solitary confinement for any reason. It could be just that a prison guard doesn't like you. Shane Bauer was a young American who was arrested in Iran for accidentally hiking across the border. They put him in solitary confinement.
I would definitely say that the situation in California is more extreme. The cells in California are smaller than the cell I was in Iran. There's no windows in the cells in California.
The hole, as it's called, is considered torture by Amnesty International and the United Nations. This is Anthony Graves. He's an innocent man who was wrongfully convicted and spent 16 years in solitary.
No one can begin to imagine the psychological effects isolation has on another human being.
95% of people who spend any time in solitary confinement report developing a serious psychiatric condition.
Guys become paranoid, schizophrenic, and can't sleep because of their hearing voices.
You're over 5 times as likely to commit suicide.
I was there when guys were attempting suicide by cutting themselves, trying to tie a sheet around their necks, overdosing on their medication.
In Iran, I know of nobody being in solitary confinement for more than 2 years, which is an extremely long period of time. But in California, in Pelican Bay State Prison, the average time is 7.5 years.
If you find yourself in solitary, surviving will not be easy. This will be a test of the strength of your mind. This is Bruce LISKER. He's an innocent man who was wrongfully convicted and spent over 1.5 years in solitary. This is his advice in a nutshell. There are a couple of phenomena that exist when you isolate a person in a cell. The first is masturbation. The second is turning toward God or your higher power. Situations for POWs are similar. You'll need to create an entire world inside your imagination and live in it. Often you won't even be allowed a pencil, so you'll make mental lists of all your favorite songs and play those songs in your head. Make extensive plans as to what you would do if you were free. 23 hours a day is a lot of hours to fill up. You'll want to create detailed lists of memories that you've had and go over them extensively in an effort not to let them slip away. Everything about this experience is perfectly designed to break you and make you go mad. Try to create a constant stream of positive thoughts and dreams. Become your best friend, your own therapist. You're on an emotional desert island. The success rates of U.S. prisons are already abysmal. 76.6% of prisoners are rearrested within 5 years of their release. When people experience the torture of being kept in a box for 23 hours a day, that number can jump even higher. Right now, over 81,000 Americans are being held in isolation. Many of them are just teenagers. Let's end solitary confinement, starting with our kids.